Hey there, the Japanco here, and this is my weekly immersion update for the week of May 10th to May 16th. As you can see, and as you would know from last week's video, or if you follow me on Twitter, I haven't stopped talking about it, but I just moved this week. It's Sunday now, and I moved on Friday afternoon slash almost evening at that point. And obviously, because of that, I've done a lot less immersion this week than usual, but it's actually still like not bad. I ended up doing kind of close to what I had done last week. So considering everything, that's actually I'm actually pretty happy about what I've done, and I also can't wait to get back to doing more though because I'm not used to doing so little Japanese at this point, and it kind of feels it feels like I'm missing something. Um, but yeah, so as you can see from my surroundings, obviously I've moved already, and I'm mostly set up. I've mostly finished unpacking. Well, I've finished unpacking. The only thing I haven't done is like sort through my posters and decide which ones I will put up, because I obviously I had posters for a whole apartment, and now I'm just in one room, so I'm not going to be able to put them all up, so I kind of have to pick and choose. There's a couple of ones that I know I want to put, like there's some that when I look at them, they're kind of like motivating, so I know those ones I'm obviously going to put, and I kind of want to print a little like, because I have a frame, a small frame without a picture in it, and I'd like to put a picture from my trip to Japan. I know exactly which one. Actually, I think it's my it might be my banner on Twitter. I'm not sure what my banner on Twitter is. It's either the picture of Japan that I'm thinking of, or it's an actual like drawing of Japan. So if it's the drawing, then never mind. That's not it. Actually, you know what? I'll just put a picture on the screen. Why not? This picture right here, right now. That's what I want to print because it's my favorite picture, I think, from well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that I always think about when I think about my trip to Japan. So yeah, anyways, that's kind of unrelated to this. So first of all, well, the context is that I moved, right? So that's why this week is going to be low. I also because I was packing so much and trying to clean up my apartment and leave it in good conditions, I knew for a fact I wasn't going to be doing my night routine. At this point I haven't built the habit yet, so obviously that was going to go out the window while all of this was happening. So like I basically just like gave myself an extra hour to sleep just to kind of try to make up for that. But even with that, there's only one night, which was the night, I believe, from Saturday to Sunday last week. So, like the first day of this week, this period here from this video, I had a good night's sleep, and then the other days I did not. Like either I didn't sleep well or I didn't sleep much, or a mixture of both. So because of that, where I'm getting with this is that I didn't do any Anki new cards, which is fine. I didn't, expect to do any. I knew since I wasn't spending as much time on Japanese this week, that I'd rather spend it on immersion rather than learning new sentences. So I just didn't do any. But then even if I had wanted to, I wouldn't have, because basically when I have like a crappy night of sleep, I know I'm not going to retain anything from what I learn. Like at least at the time that I do my new cards, from sleep deprivation and whatever. So I just don't bother doing new cards on those days. So even if I had wanted to, like there's the one morning that I would have been able to do it, but that's it. Also, one thing that happened this week related to Anki. If you follow me on Twitter, you know about this, but I accidentally broke my streak again. Like I had broken it a year ago in the period where I wasn't doing Japanese, but this time, like, it's not even because I didn't want to do my reps, because I was only getting like between 10 and 15 a day. I just literally forgot. I was too focused on my packing and stuff, so I kind of forgot and broke my streak. I think it was at like 200 something, 275 ish days. Yeah, that kind of sucked, but at the same time, it kind of like at the end of the day, like if I miss one day in a whole year, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I broke the streak, but the streak doesn't matter. It's just a number, right? It's building the habit is what matters. And if you miss one day and then get back on track the days after, you're not going to break the habit from that, so it's fine. If you start doing missing 2 days or more, that's where the issue is. But I only missed one day because the next day, I got onto Anki, and then I was like, wait, what happened? And that's when I realized, oh my god, I didn't actually do it yesterday. I completely forgot. So yeah, no Anki, and because no Anki new cards. I had to do my reps other than that one day, and but because I didn't do any new cards, I don't actually have a sentence of the week to show because I didn't make new cards. So I guess I started that at the wrong week last week. But next week I should actually bring that back, and hopefully I'll have a bigger pool to pick from than last week. So that's it for Anki. Then for anime, I've actually watched 24 episodes of anime this week, which is where I was actually surprised because last week I had done 27, I believe. So I was expecting to do like half of that, but I ended up doing 24 because especially like on Friday before moving, like I was ready at 11 because my range, like the time range where the movers could come was between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. So I was ready for 11, and then I got to watch anime for a couple of hours until they actually came. So that kind of boosted my number a bit. But yeah, like I said, I watched 24 episodes. So again, I'm just gonna go through the seasonals quickly. I watched one episode of Arute, one episode of Yesterday Utate, one episode of Honzuki, one episode of Gurei Puniru, one episode of Princesu Connecto, 2 episodes of Fruitsu Basketto. Yeah, that's right. Last week I had missed that one. Like, not that I forgot to say it, but that I just forgot to watch it. Because I have Taiga automatically download torrents for each new episode. But for some reason, like Fruits Basket and Honzuki, it just refuses to download it. Like, I think it's because the subgroup that I picked, like, I think they write it differently. Like for Honzuki, they're like episode 18, but no, it's season 2, episode 4. That sort of thing. I think that's why. But yeah, then I have one episode of Besatsu Olympia Kyukurosu. And finally, one episode of Kakushigoto. And then for the non-seasonals, Hakume to Mikochi, which is that anime that I'm watching as part of my night routine. Obviously, like I said, I did my night routine once, which is the night... Well, I didn't actually say that, but the night that I slept well was because I did my night routine. And then I watched both episodes on that night, and then nothing since. So hopefully this week, if everything goes well this week and I actually do my night routine every night, I should actually finish the show because it's only 12 episodes. So, 5 days and 2 episodes a day. So yeah, I should finish that this week. And last anime is, of course, Hajime no Ippo. I watched 13 episodes of that. Again, like I said in a previous video, watching anime like on my tablet is, it's something I can't binge in general because I like only want to watch it on my tablet, but it gives me a consistent amount of watch time because I'm going to take the bus every day, right? And especially now that I've moved, I'm actually further away from work, so like instead of having like 20 minutes of bus each way, it's going to be like 45 minutes each way. So that's gonna give me like a consistent amount of immersion that I can do. And of course, it's not gonna be all anime. I am hoping to get back into reading light novels. I've downloaded the Toradora light novels because I figure like the only things I've tried to read are like fantasy series like ReZero and Konosuba, and I know ReZero isn't exactly the easiest to read, so I figured, let's go with something easier, a little bit of slice of life, and give myself a bit of a variety. And also, just like the other 2 series, I have watched the anime for Toradora, So being familiar with it should help me. I haven't started it yet, but hopefully I'll start this week and see. Maybe the reason I'm having trouble sticking with light novel is just because I'm, I don't know, reading something above my level or something like that. Next up, we've got manga. I barely read any manga. Like, I had 2 volumes set aside to read during this week, but I did not read them like at all. Well, not at all, but I didn't like complete them whatsoever. So Barakamon, I literally only watched one chapter, read one chapter. But again, like I said, I only did my night routine once, and this is the manga that I read to relax at night during my night routine. So I only did it the one night, and then I was tired and only read a chapter instead of 2 or 3 like usual. So that's that. And then, of course, was One Piece. I read 3 chapters of that. And that's it for manga. I read 4 chapters in total, and yeah. But that was expected, Well, I mean, I did think I was going to read more, but like, it was expected that I was going to do less, right? And that things wouldn't necessarily go according to plan. And then the final thing that I did was YouTube. And that was also not a lot. There was only one channel that I watched this week, which, of course, as you probably could have guessed by now, is Fishers. And I watched an hour and 15 minutes of that. I think I was catching. Well, I watched most of the new releases from this week, and then I also watched a couple of older videos that they have done that I hadn't seen. That like popped up on the little sidebar thing on YouTube. So I was like, I'm just gonna check them out, and yeah. So that's it for this week. Like I said, didn't do much, but that's fine. That's what I was expecting. I mean, it makes sense. It took a long time to unpack. I really wanted to be done with everything with unpacking on Saturday, but it's Sunday now, and I'm not like I said, I'm done with the unpacking, but I haven't even touched the posters yet. So yeah. So yeah, I just realized that I didn't even think to like actually tally up the immersion that I did to see how much, how long or what my average per day was. And my average immersion per day, including Anki reps, was a little bit over an hour and a half a day, which to me, that's really low. That's a really low average. I know for some people that's actually a good day, and that's fine. Obviously, everyone has different situations. I work full time, but then I don't have kids. I don't have anyone to take care of, and well, right now I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't see friends. So I'm basically just like going to work, coming home, and immersing on the way there and on the way back. So yeah, obviously everyone has different situations, but for me, an hour and a half average per day is pretty horrible. Again, that was, that's what I was expecting. But I guess for next week, I'd like to have at the minimum 3 hour per day. I'm just gonna say that, like on average, I mean. Of course, we'll see. Maybe something's gonna happen. Something's gonna. What's the term I'm looking for? I can't remember the term I'm looking for. But yeah, if something happens and it doesn't work out that way, then whatever. It's not really a goal, just something I'd like to happen. But yeah, I think I've rambled on for long enough now, so I'm gonna cut it here. So if you've made it here, thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the support. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.